I was about 14 years old the first time I played piano at church. And prior to this experience, I had never played chords. I'd never played anything really by ear. I hadn't read a chord chart. I just had some classical piano lessons. So I was very overwhelmed and nervous at first. But you'd be amazed at how simple it can be to play with a chord chart. When you're playing with a band, you don't have to be, the focus isn't all on you, so you get to kind of blend and let the other instruments carry you. And playing using chords is really fun and simple. So in this lesson, we're gonna be going over how to read a chord chart. I'm also gonna talk to you about chord formulas. So this is gonna be kind of like, it's gonna be a lot of information and you may have to come back to it, but once you master this little concept, you're gonna be able to play any chord ever that you see on a chart. So it's important stuff. And then we'll play through a little bit of 10,000 Reasons so that you can see how it all comes together, and it's really fun and exciting. So let's dive in. A chord chart is simply a bunch of lyrics with little letters from the alphabet above them, and those represent the chords that you're going to play. Now, you want to know the song that you're going to be playing because it's going to help you so much. So if you've heard the song a bunch of times before, and if you can kind of walk down the road and sing it, then you've got it in your head and this is going to be much easier for you. So we see our chart. It's got the intro chords on there. We're going to ignore those for now. We're going to go right to our very first sort of sung part of the song. So we see a C first. It goes, bless the Lord, oh my soul. So we need to figure out how did I know what to play there? So we see a C. That's our first chord. So I'm going to find C on the piano and I'm going to build a chord. Now, the quick and easy way to do this, because the song is, because the C chord has no black keys, is simply to play a note, skip a note, play a note, skip a note, play a note. You get this sort of, this pattern where you've got that, like I said, play and skip, where you just simply press down your 1, your 3, and your 5 fingers, and you have a C chord. And the next chord we see, we can use that same exact approach. We can find G with our thumb and just press that down. Our 3rd finger goes to B and our 5 goes to D. And that is the same shape, just starting at a different point. And that is a G chord. So these chords, they sound happy because they're major chords. And so what you need to know about this is how to build them, because sometimes chords use black keys, which we're going to encounter in a minute. So when you're building a major chord, you play the note the chord starts on, and you use kind of a half step formula. So what am I talking about when I say half step? Half step is the space from one note to the very next note. So from C to this guy here, that's a half step. And then from here to here is a half step. So to create the first part of our major chord, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 half steps. So we don't count the note we start on, we count this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. That creates the bottom half of our chord. And then to create the top half, we need 3 half steps. Look at 1, 2, 3. And that is the formula to create a major chord anywhere. And the reason this is important is because we have our C chord. I'm just playing it here and I'm matching it with just the note C in my left hand. And then we have our G chord next on our chart. And then we have a D chord. So D chord, if we just kind of use this little shape, this is actually not the right chord. This is creating what we call a minor chord. And we don't see an M beside it. M would indicate minor. We just see a D. So we need to use our formula. 1, 2, 3, 4 puts us on F sharp. 1, 2, 3 gives us an A on top. So you see how using this little formula, you'll be able to figure out any chord that you ever encounter. It's really simple. So that's how you learn how to build a major chord in root position, because you can play these in different positions, that's for another lesson, but in this shape, to build a major chord, that's what you do. And before you sit down to play your song, you can just write down, you can use the formula, figure out all the chords that you see on the chart, and then write down the names somewhere on your page just as a reference, so you can use that to practice. So let's just see how that all works together. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Ooh, that's low for me. And look it, we have a new chord, and it sounds a little different, has an M beside it. This is our minor chord. So this one has a different formula. It's the reverse. It's the flipped over version of the major when you think about it. Watch this. So it's gonna have 3 half steps on the bottom. 1, 2, 3. And then the 4 half steps are on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And And that is how you can build any minor chord in root position. So now you know how to build any major chord and how to build any minor chord. So essentially you can play any chart. Yes. Okay, so let's keep going. We'll actually start from the beginning so you can hear how great this sounds. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Back to C. Worship his holy name. What the heck? There's a D chord, but there is a sus4 beside it. Now this is the last thing, probably, that's gonna feel new and crazy that we find on this chart. And the reason I kept this in here is because you see a lot of these sus chords in worship music. And they're really, really easy to play. And they sound really good. So you're gonna build a D chord with your handy formula of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3. Then you're gonna swap that third for the fourth note. So if you start on D and count up 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, it gives you a G. Now if you wanna use the half steps formula just to make sure that you're staying within the right key, make sure that there's no black keys that could kind of creep up on you, you can count the half steps, which would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's kind of fun. To find the sus4, you have to count up 5 half steps. For me, I just use my ear. I just pop my fourth finger down in root position, and if it sounds good, then I go for it. So that is a D sus4. And then what happens is you see a D after that, it resolves back to that normal D shape. So D sus4 uses the fourth note, fourth finger, and then resolves to the 3. So putting that all together, you now have all the skills to play this whole song. So let's do it again. I'm just matching this left hand. I'm not doing anything fancy. Bless the Lord, oh my soul, oh my soul. Worship his holy name. There's that sus. Sing like never before, oh my soul, I'll worship your holy name. And we land back on G. So that's the basics of reading chord charts for church. I hope that this was helpful for you. So now you know what a chord chart is. You know how to build any major chord. You know how to build any minor chord, and you know it's a minor because it has a little M beside it. And you know about sus chords. Oh, I should tell you, sometimes you'll see a sus2. So if you know that this is a normal chord and this is a sus4, you could imagine that a sus2 uses the 2. This is my second finger, number 2, second note, 2, sus2. There you have it. So find a chart, find a favorite song. I've actually included the chart for 10,000 Reasons if you want to practice with this one at home. Have lots of fun. Comment below because I always love to hear from you, and we'll see you around.